another episode of Sidebar with Miko and Sam. I'm Sam.
Hey guys, I'm Miko.
Hey y'all. So for this episode, since we're going to be doing something different for the month of December, we decided to do a 2020 recap, really like what 3 things has this year taught us in our own lives. And we just wanted to share with you guys and kind of see what you think and kind of hear from you. So I'm going to kick it back to Miko. She's going to start with her 3 and we'll just go from there.
Yeah. Okay, so I wrote down my 3, but my first one, like I said, it may be negative a little bit starting out, but it's going to turn into a positive. Okay. But my first one is I learned that there are a lot of bad people, and another thing is what I'm about to say. It ain't that I learned it; it was already. It just been enhanced. It was heightened. Is what I put on my. The things I'm about to say was heightened because I already knew there were bad people in this world. I already knew there were hateful people and all of that stuff in this world. But now it's been heightened. Okay. Now I've actually seen hatred like I've never seen before. I've seen like so many things that I'm just like, whoa, woo, like woo,
Yeah.
So that has been heightened. But the love has been heightened too. So that's what I've learned, or that's the positive of it all. That people, a lot of people do love you. It's just certain people. And it's true that you have to find your niche. You have to find certain people that you can communicate with, and don't be afraid. If somebody don't call you, reach out to them. Or if you feel like you got a connection to somebody, connect with them. Like, and sometimes it's just like, oh, I don't want to bother that person. No, there's love out here. People are willing to give you love. Even with all the hatred, there's love. So that right there is another thing that I've learned or had been heightened, that love is still here. It's prevalent. It's real. It's available.
Absolutely. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
In the midst of all that hatred,
Yeah, and you kind of get lost in the hatred sometimes because it's like, whoa, and then people do with the mental space like that right there. It could just get it. All of that. It's just been a lot. 2020 has taught me a lot. It has just heightened a lot of things. There's no one particular thing, or not even 3. It was hard to narrow it down to 3. But the other one is money. I know that money is important. I knew that way before 2020, but now when someone says something to me about money, the first thing, like I said on my paper, the first thing that doesn't come to my mind is it's the root of all evil. I don't think that. That used to be all I think about. Like, oh, I just need a little bit. Just a little bit. Like even my prayers, like was so. It's like, dang, how he gonna bless me with so much when my prayers are just like just a little bit? No, I know now. No. I want abundance in everything.
Absolutely. And why not?
Yes, and I teach my kids that too. So those are my 3 things: the hatred, but there's also love, and there's also money, and it's very, very important. And it's just don't love it. You know what I'm saying? Because that love is the root, but not. So that's me. Sorry if I took a long time.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I think people need to know it's okay, to appreciate what money can do. Money, there's levels in life, just like there's levels of money, and we definitely need it to survive every day. So it can't be nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just that what's your motive? Are you, what are you willing to do for it?
Yeah. But some of us that was in poverty, not just been in that, we're not taught like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been taught by, we get taught the same. But my mom taught me, she just taught me what she knew. It wasn't necessarily right with money. But, it was different than my neighbors way in the suburbs, but I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, you good. I mean, that's a valid point. Like back in the day, I mean, a lot of us was struggling. So we was just trying to get to the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Every day. And that's just how it was until, I guess, like later in life, until we got a job or whatever the situation was. But and in our community particularly, because it's just so hard. Yeah, it's just so hard for our people. And you got people that make it out and stuff like that. But what about the day-to-day people? What about the majority of the people? It's hard. So you just have to know the difference between having money and appreciating what it can get for you versus doing anything for it.
Yeah. Oh, I love having money and appreciating money.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So here's the 3 things that I learned. The first one, I'm sorry for the noise in the background.
It's okay. I can't even hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear it? Okay. So the first thing that I learned, 2020 taught me is that you know, like every year we go into the next year, new me, whatever, got these plans, got this agenda,
Yeah.
you know, and you're hell bent on actually accomplishing it. Well, this year, what was it, around March, April, you know, with the whole COVID-19 situation, this year taught me that it's okay, and it's actually brilliant to have plans, but God is the master. He's the master builder. He's the master plan.
Hey.
You know, so and you know, at the end of the day, you know, he knows what's best for us. You know, we might not understand why the hell 2020 had to go down like this, but at the end of the day, I believe it was sent to help us to become more flexible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More resilient, you know, more creative.
Yeah.
You know, this time,
yeah,
like so many people have started things that they put on the back burner for years, and now they're like, well, F it, you know, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so that's basically what I learned. Number one, that even with the plans that I've had, you know, and the things that I was already doing, I've had to just do it a different way, you know, and it's helping me to realize that, you know, to not be so, what's what I'm looking for, like tunnel vision, you know, just to be open to different opportunities and different ways of doing things.
Okay.
So that's number one. The second thing that I learned is, oh God, like the people who you really thought were gonna go with you, they're not. You know, for me this year revealed quite a few, I don't want to call them friendships, because I believe if you're friends, you're gonna be friends. You know, even friends go through seasons. You get what I'm saying? But you know, like different relationships where, you know, I thought that person was one way and they were revealed another way, and that's fine. I'd rather know now. I'd rather know, you know, ASAP that you're not who you said you were. You know what I'm saying? And so I've just learned it's just okay to just be okay with that, to not get mad, to not have anything negative to say, just to be like, hey, this is just what it is. I wish you no ill, no harm. You know, go be blessed, go be great over there.
Right,
you know, it was right. Everybody serves a purpose, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man.
Hey, get on for real. And I ain't just saying like I'm for real. I'm with you.
Like, absolutely. And then the last thing is even the things that I wanted in my personal life. I guess it kind of carries into number 3. That it's okay to be with me. You know, I've always been good with Sam. You know, I'm good with me. I'm my biggest support. I'm my biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be with me in these churches. You get what I'm saying? So I'm cool with me. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
You know, I'm 40 now. You know, I look around. I look at people who and I know a lot of times is what people want you to see on the outside, but I'm talking about the couples who are like down for each other, like solid, like full flats. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at stuff like that and I'm like, that'd be nice to have. You know, it'd be nice to ride off into the sunset with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I just decided that this year and next year and the year after that, 2025, if it's 2020, I'm sorry, if it's 2030, I don't care how long it takes. I'm just cool with just continuing to not only build my foundation, but reinforce it. And, you know, whoever comes along, that's who comes along. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a toss up or anything like that. It's just that, you know, I'm less concerned about that now. You know, I have older kids now. My oldest is 20. My second oldest is 18 and my baby is 12. And Miko, to be honest, I'll be relocating in less than 2 years anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I got plenty of stuff to do. I got great friends, male and female. You know, I have great friends. I got family members. I got people who love me, who genuinely care. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a blessing within itself. That is a total blessing within itself. Like, oh my God.
You're right. And I'm like, you know what, Sam, you straight. You're straight.
And you know what, Sam? And can I tell you something? And for the rest of the audience too, I want to tell you guys, Kamala, she met her husband in her 40s. So for any women out there, like this man, when this lady won vice president elect, listen, this ain't about no race, about none of that. The support that he really gave her, because you know I was feeling a little way. I always say that. but the support this man gave her, I'm like, wow. And then, when I was listening, it wasn't even on CNN. It was on some other, it was important though, one of them big news, and that was explaining how she met him in her 40s and all of this stuff. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
We still got time up in this piece, you know, which I knew that anyway, because God, you know, he be setting things up, and the things that we ask for, sometimes it's going to take for him to take us through some things, and not because of him, it's because of us. Things that we ask him for, we may be not ready for. Like I said, with the money thing, I always pray, oh Lord, I need this, I need that. He knows that if he, boom, I may not be able to handle it. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I know what I think I can do, you know. But like I tell some of the women who don't call me crying, hey, baby, he gave you $2,000 2 weeks ago. You bought some shoes, you did this, you did. Yeah, you paid some bills, but I'm running it down. But that it wasn't that she tried to do that, but that mentality, you know, you going from EBT to $1 million. Come on, that's woo. It might not seem like that's a whoop, but that's a whoop.
Yeah.
You know, and even with a man, even with me, like I said, Kamala, you met this man in your 40s. He done it's some stuff. God know what he doing.
Second in command.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't meet him way back when. No, you met him just like us in our 40s. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I know I still hear my echo again, but I don't want to talk too much, but I see what you're saying as far as your 3 things in terms of being cool with Sam.
All day.
You know, and you want that life. You want that all right until the sunset. You want that, you know, and we all might can get that, just like Kamala did way in our 40s and 50s and whatever. But
I'm with it. I'm with it, you know. Yeah, I didn't know that about her story. But I see, and I've heard from people, you know, on the internet and stuff like that, how extremely supportive that relationship is. And at the end of the day, like I was talking to a friend yesterday. He, you know, he's been married for a while. It was his 3rd marriage. And he was like, Sam, you need he said, I need a partner. Like, and he's married. He's like, listen, and you do too. You know, you really need a partner, somebody who's going to be in the trenches with you. And that's very important, you know, because sometimes we settle. You know, we settle, or we think that, oh, they got potential. You know what I learned about potential? You can't rely on potential.
You can't.
You can't rely on.
You said a word right there. You said
I'm telling you, because it hasn't happened. You're like imagining things that hasn't even happened. Like I'm not even interested in potential. Yeah. You know, it is what the excuse me. It is what it is. It is what it is until it's something else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm excited. You know what? I have something on my my Facebook cover. I've had it up all year since the year began. And what does it say? 2020 is the best year ever. I feel my heart goes out to anyone who has lost a loved one this year. You know, I personally know of a family that was just hit hard with it here locally. But aside from that, this has been a year where we should have, I'll just put it that way, done some really deep reflections on where we are in life, what life means to us, what's important to us, our goals, where we're going, to kind of re-strategize, to become finally now kind of rejuvenated, although things are ramping back up a little bit. You know, this is really a year. This can be a pivotal year for everybody, you know, if we just have that right perspective. So that's what I learned. Yeah.
So, I mean, so to everyone else, you know, we want to know what you've learned and just reflect, and we want to offer you that too, to reflect upon yourself and see how you feel, you know, write it down if you must. We're coming to the end of the year, and we want you to stay tuned, because next month, we will go into all of the things that we went through in terms of 2020, so we can get prepared for 2021, so we can get these lessons. You know, he's figured out, he's did what he's, you know, so I love God, you know, and you know what, and Sam, if you will, like, I want to say more about God, because I have seen a lot of posts about people saying that they love God and they believe in God, but some is just like, you know what, the church, all of these things, they feel like they've been fooled. They feel like, oh, the church people treat me worse than the street dudes, or worse than the baby mama, like, you know, just the you know, the first lady wouldn't do this for me, but baby mama did. Like, there's certain things that they feel like, wait a minute, was I taught this or that? Well, you know, like I said, our parents and their parents and their parents talk. These other side was talk. So everybody has a different way of learning. And I'm very, autodidactic. Like I self-learn, self-taught. Like I teach myself a whole lot of stuff. But anyway, in the meantime, in between time, we have a lot going on coming up next month, and I'm excited about it. But that's it for me, babe.
Okay. Let me just chime in real quick, because you were onto something about people feeling some kind of way about the church and about God. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a believer to the core. You know, I'm completely sold out. You know what I'm saying? But I understand people who feel that way, because they're looking for an answer, and they're going to where they're told to go.
Yeah.
You know, and it just devastated them. Let me just say to you, I'm of the belief, and I believe the Bible teaches us that God is about a relationship. It's a personal relationship between you and God.
Yes.
Period. That's where the learning, that's where the experience is, that's where the growth is. That's how he transformed you, through a personal relationship with you. You cannot find that in someone who you think is closer to God than you.
Yeah.
You know, you are as close to God as they are.
Yeah.
You know,
it's about relationship. You are so right.
It's all about relationships. So you cannot, hopefully, you cannot or no longer judge God by somebody who is just as human as you.
Yeah.
Because if we were honest, we all mess up every day. So why are you holding them to that when you know what you did last night? You get what I'm saying? Or last week. So that's why you should learn to become more focused on the relationship that you have with God. Yeah. And number one, for me, it taught me grace, because I know, first of all, I shouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything so great to where I should be here and be in my right mind and have my limbs and have my legs. You know, I look at these babies who are sick, you know, they're born with cancer, they didn't do anything to deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do anything so great to be where I am today. Yeah. So that's where I learned about grace, the grace that he has for my life. And then in my walk with others, I try my best to extend that outwards, because it's a process. Like, we will never fully reach the level. I don't care who you are, Jakes. Yeah. I don't care who you are, Joel Osteen. I don't care who you are. They got to get on their knees every night, you know?
Just like we do.
Right. So just be encouraged and just understand that it's a relationship. And once you start with yourself and God, that's when you'll begin to understand, you know, you'll have understanding, and it won't be as traumatic for you, because that's just how it goes. You know,
that's a word, girl. That's a word.
Yeah. Like people focus on the wrong thing, and they want to put God in the box, and that's gonna be your mistake. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And this is what I tell my kids: make him your root. Long as you make him your root, everything you'll be okay. You're gonna find out so much stuff. You're gonna learn about Jesus. You're gonna learn about Allah. You're gonna learn about Buddha. You're gonna learn about all these things. But long as God is your root, you know, this magical thing, these magical things that you think that mom and dad has done for you. No, and when we teach you that was God doing that for us, yes, I may depend, or I may seek Jesus, or I may do certain things, but no, I depend on Sharmiko to do what Sharmiko needs to do. Now, I do pray to that root. I do always go back to my root. You set that foundation, you'll be fine. But yes, that's a great subject, Sam, and I think we should, you know, get into that. Yeah.
Absolutely, let's do it. But that's all I got for today too. So y'all take care out here in these streets. Y'all stay safe. Wash your hands and be nice to people.
Yeah. Right.